Let's cut the bullshit and let's set the record straight. Let me show them how it should be done. Let me do things my way. Fuck AFTVFC. You have no idea what you have started.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my player ratings for last night's victory in Naples. What a performance that was against Napoli. How many of you actually thought we were going to go out there and win that game? How many of you actually thought that we were going to beat them over 2 legs? As soon as that tie was done, a lot of people were like, well, Arsenal are out. That's it for another year. They'll be back in the Europa next season. But we went into this game, 2 legs, and we didn't even concede a goal. Now, we needed a little bit of luck during that, because some of the chances that Napoli missed were dreadful, to say the least. But also, we've got to take some credit, because the defending was absolutely spot on. And last night means it's now 6 games. We have not conceded a goal in our last 7. And considering we're a team that do struggle with defending this season, I'm actually quite impressed with that. So, yeah, listen, last night there were so many players that could stand up and put their chest out this morning and feel proud of that performance. I said before the game that a lot of these boys need to turn into men, that a lot of these players need to stand up and actually show what this means for them. Show the fans that playing for Arsenal Football Club means a little something. I got that and then some. What a performance. Now, I was out there in Naples and what an experience. The atmosphere, first of all, is just unbelievable. Given the fact that half of the stadium's empty because no one seems to be in the lower tiers. I don't know why that is actually, but the atmosphere they create at Napoli is just insane. But we gave as good as we got. Our little contingent in the corner, up in the gods, were singing from an hour before the game till an hour after the game. And when Lacazette scored his goal, it was just silence. Complete and utter silence. And it completely killed the tie. And that's exactly what we needed. Now, going into this game, I said the opening 20 minutes were crucial. They were vital. We didn't want to concede a goal in the first 5-10 minutes and give them something to go at. Give them, you know, an extra lift. Give the fans extra motivation to push them on. Now, like I said earlier on, there were a few chances that they missed. They had a goal disallowed, rightly for offside, and we had to ride our luck. But above all, we were solid, we were disciplined, and we showed balls. Now, how many times have we ever been able to say that as Arsenal fans? That we actually stood up, were counted, and led from the back. Now, that's what I'm talking about. So, listen, with that said, let's go and get into the player rating. Starting off in goal, Cech, and it was a very, very good performance from him. I felt that Arsenal do things a little differently with him now. In terms of the way we play with Leno. We don't really go with the whole playing out the back thing. When he needs to get rid of it, he gets rid of it because we know his weaknesses. But above all, he was all right. He was commanding. There was a couple of kickouts that were a little ropey. Stopped Monreal from scoring an own goal, but decent performance. So I'll give Cech an 8. Going to move into the back 3, and this is where the game was won. It was solid. Starting off with the captain, Koscielny. What a performance. Man of the match for me. He was absolutely superb. And I'm going to give him a 9. Alongside him, we have Sokratis, and it was another solid display. And what can I say? Can I even say anymore? Rock solid. Alongside Koscielny, he looks absolutely brilliant. And he's one of the signings of the summer. As simple as that. And I'm going to give him an 8 for last night's performance. Alongside to finish off that back three was Nacho Monreal. And I suppose his highlight of the evening was not his performance, but the fact that he actually left the pitch midway through the second half to take a shit. Sorry to be crude, but that's exactly what he did. He ran off the pitch to go and take a dump. Left us down to 10 men to take a dump. How many teams have actually gone to Napoli and gone down to 10 men because one of their defenders needs to go? My word. But listen, nature calls. And his performance, absolutely solid, brilliant. Wasn't getting caught down them channels. And he complimented the other two, so I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Going to move into the wing-back positions. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he was absolutely superb last night, getting down that right-hand flank, causing them no end of problems. And the way he's playing, Hector's going to have his work cut out getting back in the side, that's for sure. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he gets an 8 from me. Moving into the left wing-back position, that was Kolasinac. And again, another solid performance. Very, very good. And I was very, very happy with the way that he played. His crossing could have done a little better at times, but he done exactly what job he was set out to do, which was push Napoli the other way. It is as simple as that, and he also gets an 8. Going to move into the centre of midfield, and we have the little man, Lucas Torreira, going back to Italy since he signed from Sampdoria. And he will know exactly what it was all about to play in this stadium, what kind of atmosphere they bring. And he was not overawed. He was absolutely immense. Given the midfield that Napoli possess, he was solid. He was into the tackle, winning everything. And I can't say no more. He also gets an 8. Alongside him, Greenwich Shaka. What a brilliant performance from this man. You see just how important he is. He was commanding. He was leading by example. He was doing absolutely everything and doing it perfectly. I also give Greenwich Shaka an 8. Going to move into the attacking areas. First of all, Aaron Ramsey. Now, opening 20 minutes or so, I thought he was causing so many problems, especially linking up down that left-hand side. But then he got injured, and that's a big blow to us. Pulled his hamstring. Looks like he'll be out for around about 2 to 3 weeks. Hopefully, he comes back before the end of the season and we get to see him one last time before he leaves. But given the fact that he only played around about 25-30 minutes, I can't give him more than a 6, to be honest with you, because he didn't play that long. And it's not because of the way he played, it's the fact that he didn't even last half an hour. So I can't give him more than a 6. Next up, we have Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang, and he should have been on the score sheet. It's as simple as that. He knows that was a bad miss, not a goalkeeping save, but his work rate was exceptional last night. He was absolutely superb in the way that he was running down their back line. Even when he moved as the main striker and Lacazette come off, he was chasing everything. That work rate cannot be faulted, and it's as simple as that. But because of the miss, and because he needs to start finding the net a little bit more, I know that sounds a little strange given the fact that he's chasing down the golden boot and everything, but I'm going to give him a 7 for last night. Up front as the main striker, and that was of course Alexandre Lacaze. What can I say about this guy? He is a big game player. It doesn't matter who he plays against, he scores against them. Manchester City, Manchester United, Spurs, Chelsea, he scored against them all. Now against Napoli. What a goal. What a free kick. 30 yards out. Gave the goalkeeper the eyes. He thought he was going over the wall into the opposite corner. It meant that the goalkeeper's feet were planted this way. And before he realised it was going in the other corner, he couldn't move his body over. Absolutely superb. Killed the tie off with this goal. And it was crucial at just the right time, around about 10 minutes before half time, just when Napoli may have been getting a little head of steam. It killed everything, including the atmosphere. Can't say no more about this guy. I absolutely love him. And for last night's performance, I'm giving Lacazette a 9. In terms of the substitutions, Mkhitaryan, he came on for the injured Aaron Ramsey. He had a long time out there. I felt he was giving away possession a few times and he was a little bit needless in that respect, and he needs to sort that side of his game out, but worked hard, so I will give him a 7. Other substitutions, Of course, we had the likes of Alex Iwobi that was coming on. But they didn't really, do too much in terms of how long they played. Same as Mohamed El Neni. I felt he done all right when he come on, actually. He's perfect for that last 15 minutes or so when you need to just say, done, shut up shop, and it's finished. So I'm not going to mark him or Alex Iwobi, given the fact they only played around 15, 20 minutes. In terms of the manager's rating, Unai Emery, I'm giving him a 9. Absolutely spot on. Tactics were immense. We questioned him over his tactics and whatnot for the Everton game and even the Watford game, but on this one he got it spot on. Starting lineup was very adventurous, and when he had to make substitutions and change tactics, absolutely superb. So can't say no more. Unai Emery gets a 9. Now in terms of the fans, I'm giving the fans a 10. Simple as that. It's not difficult to get to Naples, but we already know about the problems in Naples. Now, we experienced no problems whatsoever, and I haven't heard of any other Arsenal fans that have experienced any problems either. But if you go looking for it, believe me, you're going to find it. But if you go there, you respect them, you just go out there to enjoy the game and, enjoy what Italy has to offer, then you won't find any problems. If you stay on the coast, you're going to have a good time. If you go centrally, and you go looking for it, and you get pissed up and you get leery, believe me, trouble's coming to your door. It's as simple as that. Even the Italian police were absolutely spot on yesterday. I've got no issues whatsoever, and I cannot thank them enough for their hospitality. But for the fans that went out there and the noise we made, I cannot say any more than that, and they get a big fat 10. So there we go, that is the player ratings for the game. As usual, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. Of course, there is a preview to the game on Sunday against Crystal Palace coming up. That's going to be interesting because I hear that we've got a few injury worries for that game. And of course, we're going to need to rotate things around. There will be a player ratings after the game for that one, of course. And then we go into a tough fixture at Wolves. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. That's the one that I'm watching out for. But listen, from me and back in England, had a brilliant time in Italy. I'm absolutely buzzing. I can't say no more. Can't wipe the smile off my face. We are in the semi-finals of the Europa League, where we will be playing Valencia. France's Coquelin, Gabriel, they're coming back. So I'm looking forward to it. So listen, until the next video, I'll see you a lot soon. I'm out of here.